Alright, hello and good evening everybody. We're back in Spare Room Studio tonight to do the long overdue continuation of our Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion Saga. Tonight we are doing part 9 in that piece, so without further ado, let's get into it. Queue up the game and get it started. Of course, that is if the game wants to behave with us here. There we go. Alright. Small country cannot contend with the great. If the few cannot contend with the many, the weak cannot contend with the strong. There you go. Throwing down some wisdom there. Alright, it's been a while since we played the game, so let's go over a little recap here first. So, let's start in the west. We have our diplomat who is tracking into the enemy Roman lands. Unfortunately, the Western Roman Empire is at war with us, so we'll have to contend with them. And my diplomat is also kind of serving as a spying mission to just check up on some of these cities over here and see what kind of resistance the Western Roman Empire will give us.
Yes.
From a more formal standpoint, we do have a spy who is going to Ravenna here. I'm planning on marching this army over here to take the coastal town. The idea being I can use that as a launching point to either go attack farther into the Western Roman Empire, or what I'd really like to do is choke off Rome from the rest of its holdings and basically just bleed it out and eventually sack the original Roman capital itself. We move over here a little farther east. We have our Gothic horde, which is now attacking the newly settled Vandals. They are no longer a horde anymore. They've occupied 3 settlements and have taken control of them. Unfortunately, these guys seem to fight each other, and it'd be really nice if the Goths weaken themselves out so I don't have to deal with them anymore. And we've got a spy here just to keep track of that to make sure they don't try anything funny. In our last episode, I know we took over Salona here. We've installed some garrison, and we're keeping the town happy. Unfortunately, this town had been sacked multiple times, so not a lot of population, so it's going to be a little slow in growing, but nice to have a port on the western side of the Greek peninsula here to help usher ships, potentially to support the invasion of Rome. We move down here to the Greek peninsula. We have both Athens and Thessalonica. Again, not really too thrilled with me at this point in time, but we're holding them tight. Move up here and take a look at Colonia Dacia, our northernmost holding here in the European theater. We have some rebels at the edge of our empire over there, not too worried about them quite yet. Constantinople, working on building a new dockyard. And as we move over here to Asia Minor, could build something here if we wanted to. We do have a bit of plague over here in Sinop, and as such I have had the general remove himself from that city. We don't need to have him get full of plague. Unfortunately, plague means that it's going to diminish the total number of troops that I have, so need to watch out for that. Caesarea over here. Little concerned with the Sassinids. They keep teasing coming into this place, but actually the rebels here have formed quite a nice blockade, and so I don't think the Sassanids are going to get by without having to attack that rebel army, which would be just fine in my book. Tarsus, we've got a little bit of unrest going on there. We'll have to take care of that, and hopefully no more riots will ensue. As we move up here to look at Kotais, surprisingly, Kotais has been one of these settlements that has been lost multiple times. But each time they have a loyalist revolt, I should say, and rejoin the Eastern Roman Empire, despite my inability to protect them. So hats off to those people. We've got some Sassinids down here, including a fairly large force we're going to have to defend against, and that's going to be a challenge because we've got a bunch of spearmen. Now, we do have the ability to train some proper legionnaires, but right now I just can't justify this town. It's so far out into the open. You know what? Let's throw one in there. Why not? They've held stalwart in their defenses so far. Moving over here to Hatra, recently retaken from the rebel general, or our detractor from the Eastern Roman Empire. We've taken care of him. We've got an army that's moving out into the desert. I'd like to know more about what's in this part of the map. So we've got our assassin over there. I believe I've got a spy that I can use here and send him out, search for Sassinid settlements.
Moves depleted, sir.
Hopefully, if we track down one of these roads, we will find whatever is hiding out here in the desert. Moving now down toward the modern-day Middle East and Egypt. We've retaken Petra from the rebels. Problem here is population. Not enough people. Fortunately, that large army is going to continue to sit there until we can restore law and order. Alexandria here, doing all right. And finally, we'll wrap up with Cyrene here. They had a little bit of action earlier, but nothing too crazy going on. Ionia. Probably have a bit of squalor going on. Give them some baths. Start working on that. I think we're in good shape. Let's see what the next turn will bring. Hopefully not more plague. As you can see, we're running a slight deficit here. Our admiral has passed away. That's unfortunate. Completed a Christian church. That should improve public order. Work on our conversion. We've got 95% Christianity there. Dacia is fairly well advanced and a decent, respectable population. Having them being so far up on the frontier, let's see, may be important to increase their public order, so we'll think about that for a bit if we want to build anything more there in the north. Romani and the Western Roman Empire are back at war. We've got some friends encroaching on Cotes here. Want to continue to build up the garrison forces there. Sign Up is no longer with Plague. We can bring our general back and retrain these troops. Could even increase taxes a little bit. Make a little extra revenue. Tarsus, they're still not happy, but we've got baths on the way, and that should cut down on the squalor component. Because right now, we're running rampant with rats. Like a small army, potentially moving toward Hatra. Archers and an unknown unit type. Hatra does not have very much in terms of city defense. These guys, what is the upkeep? 268 versus 369. I will build a couple units of those.
Orders! Onward!
March our army out in the desert. Find what Sassinid armies lay
At your service. On my
hidden
way.
in the sands.
Moves depleted, sir.
Who shall die this day? On my way. As you command.
Well, we have found such a settlement.
Death approaches.
Fortunately, Can't do too much without a spy. Our spy is currently taking a look down here. Can we see what they've got? Family member, spearmen, fairly heavy warriors, large eastern stone walls. Now that'll be a tough nut to crack.
Imperator!
Considering our general is aging, he may have a tough time doing that. Take a look back here on the Roman Peninsula. Let's move our diplomat.
Your Honor. Watching and waiting.
Fairly light defenses.
Imperator!
The Goths continue. They appear to have lost against the Vandals. Now moving south into the west.
Engage the enemy! No more moves, sir.
Move our armies into enemy Roman lands. Show them that we mean business. And now we've got a little bit of a surplus, so we should probably tend to some of these settlements that require a little tender love and care. Squalor seems to be a big factor. Arena would be nice there. Korea here. Same thing, Squalor. A large piece, but we just don't have enough for city plumbing. How about an arena? Things a little bit nicer. We can build in Petra. Training troops is going to be expensive. Philadelphia. Squalor again seems to be an issue, but highways could be important. Jerusalem already working on some. Sidon. I think highways is the most important thing to build at this point. Increase the speed at which our troops can move. Expect the Sassinids to besiege us. Surprisingly, they are not.
Who shall die this day? He's a dead man. He's dead.
I prefer to take out that family member if possible.
On my way. He shall be removed.
Bump off that captain while you're at it. Excellent. Again, a little bit negative in the treasury side. The Horde has arrived, the Goths. They've arrived at Sirmium. Not where I want them to be. Starting to encroach upon our lands. Now, we are neutral with them, but any encroachment upon Roman land should not be taken lightly. Ooh. Looks like we have lost a general. That's not good. We finished our dockyards in Constantinople. Finished the baths at Tarsus. And really what these guys need is that Imperial Palace so they can expand. Kotes. Surprisingly not under siege. Bit surprised at that. Waller only a minimal factor there. Kelowna has finished a trader. And I'd say the next thing to work on is that port. We'll increase taxes. Use the extra dollars, or denarii, I should say. Good successful assassination mission. He's now a murderer. Now the question is what to do with these Sassinid armies. I really don't want to attack a general that I could bump off myself. Sit and wait.
Your Honor. Moving.
Ah.
No move, sir.
Small town, but a heavy, heavy garrison. A faction leader hiding down there. Ooh. You know, faction leaders mean immortals. We do not have an army with the firepower to take that kind of eating just quite yet.
At your service. On my way. No more moves, sir.
Probably reassign one of the generals from Petra. Fortunately, he's 61 years old. These guys have been traveling and destroying Sassinid armies together for quite some time. Do you have any...
Imperator!
Let's see what happens if I move you out of there.
Move out! Sir!
Not too bad.
Move out!
You're gonna be reassigned up there to Tarsus. Still not enough population to retrain.
At your service. At your service. On my way. No more moves, sir. At your service. Spying.
Keep track of this Gothic horde. They're the ones that I'm just slightly concerned about. Other than that, we're in a pretty good spot. Diplomat's getting blocked up there.
Your honor.
At your service. Watch and
There
wait.
we go. See what's going on. Now we do have some troops behind us, blocking us in. Tarsus is now beginning to riot. A little worried about that.
Sir! Onward! Moves depleted, sir.
Need to swap some troops here.
Imperator! Onward! Sir! Move out! Sir! Move out!
Perhaps that will help quell the rebellion, at least for now.
Perhaps sending a governor to this settlement might be a good idea.
I've got one on the way. They just need to hold on. Thessalonica is growing, and unfortunately they're also unhappy. Keep them from rioting. We don't need a wide-scale rebellion. And we're the most advanced faction. Jerusalem has constructed highways, excellent. And Macedonia has finished their public baths. Apparently the Goths are bypassing Sirmium. Question is, are they going to turn to the left, go to Salona, or it would be worse if they were to turn to the right here and move towards Thessalonica, which is kind of my weak underbelly. Train some troops just in case. Thessalonica has decent defenses, but I don't know that they'd be able to stand up to a horde. Athens particularly not. We'll build some troops in advance, just in case. My general is getting surrounded here.
This day,
Let's take out that family member. And down he goes. That frees us up now to
Your Honor.
continue to beat up the Sassinids.
Your Honor. Watching and waiting. Your Honor.
Orders! Engage the enemy! Victory! Engage the enemy! Victory!
Alright, let's duke it out. I'm gonna knock some of these small little Sassinid armies out before they can regroup.
A battle's never an easy... Units! Await my orders! Infantry! Units! 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 Guard position!
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Not too worried about
When
that.
you outnumber the enemy greatly, you should surround them and destroy them utterly. Show no mercy.
Words to live by right there. I intend to do exactly that. Play the Rome Total War walking simulator here as we start to get into position. Terrain's making for a poor camera angle, though.
Units, forward!
And the Sassinids look like they are going to consolidate their troops. It's fine with me. Less that I have to go try to chase down. Alright, let's see what they've mustered to the field here. Can't quite see yet.
Units, forward!
Let's see if we can identify what they have on their side. I don't see any cavalry. Peasants? Peasants? Mountain slingers? Peasants? And javelmen. Oh my goodness. We are going to have so much fun with this.
Forward! General! Units! Units! Units!
Start splitting out. Want these guys surrounded and taken care of.
Units! General!
General, I want you up on top of the hill. Archers, feel free to let loose some arrows.
Enemies show their true virtue.
All right.
They are
And
not
now it's
soldiers,
just a mop-up
only
game.
frightened rabbits running from our men.
Almost got up. Now we got him. Run them down, boys. Scatter them to the winds.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
Nothing like murdering a bunch of peasants. They inflicted 8 casualties. We inflicted quite a few more. Killer of the day goes to the Imperial Household Bodyguard of the General at 75 kills. Thus concludes the mop-up operation there.
Victory! Sir! Onward! Moves depleted, sir. Killer waiting for orders. On my way. Out of mood, sir.
Yes, master. Searching for clues.
Got a spy in there. Now we can see what's going on.
Imperator.
The mercenaries that we want to pick up. Is not too heavily guarded, but ooh, haven't seen these. 20 and 16. Excuse me, 16 and 20. There's only one unit of them, though. Competencies are much stronger than mine, though. We've got the numbers.
General! Attack! Besieging
Raise siege.
settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir!
It's gonna take 10 turns, or roughly 5 years, to starve them out. That's gonna take a while. Build that Imperial Palace for Athens, and hopefully get them back to some prosperity. Otherwise, I think we're in good shape. And the Goths now retreat northward. Good. No, that's not good. Our faction leader has bit the dust. The West is now the most advanced. However, a new faction leader has emerged. 65 years old and in the middle of nowhere, basically. Helping to improve some public order. Thessalonica, actually somewhat happy. Quite surprising there. Still an issue with squalor. Salone has built a port and is developing nicely. Say at this point, probably that Christian cathedral would be good. Let's see what the religious breakdown. Yep. That's what's causing a lot of public order issues there. Let's build them a cathedral.
Orders? Onward! No more move, sir!
And the Goths appear to be taking a detour, which is a wise decision on their part. Glad they're not going to try to encroach through Roman lands.
Aye, Captain.
Tarsus still not doing well. But we should have our governor.
General! Onward!
Well, didn't really help with the unrest problem.
Sir! March! March!
Actually, we don't need to retrain him. He's 53.
Sir!
Have to hold Tarsus long enough.
Imperator!
More peasants in the field.
Prepare for battle! Victory! Engage the enemy! Victory! Attack! Victory! Moves depleted, sir.
Honor, searching for clues.
Killer waiting for orders. He's a dead man.
Successfully blown up their army barracks. Spies sneaky. Now we know that the last Sassinid outposts are going to be tough to take. One with a faction leader, various minor walls. The other one with pretty big walls and high quality amount of troops. Very large army coming up here. I think we can take it. Right. Although we're getting boxed in at Ravenna. Oh, hello. Was not expecting that. All right. Looks like we're going to be a little bit on the defensive here.
The day has dawned, grim and terrible. But units, await my orders.
Well, we've got a couple options here. We could hide in the trees and attempt to ambush them, in which we'll be fighting a force that we can barely see, and never want that to happen. We can also retreat the back of our spawn point here into the clearing. We will be in clear view of the enemy. Meanwhile, they will use cover in order to surprise us potentially, but once they're in the clear, we will have a good view of what they look like. I'm going to opt for the clearing. Reason for that? I also want to leave my troops a way out in the event that we are overrun. That way, by being close to the boundary line, we are able to escape if we need it. Alright, come on, gang. You're killing me here. Alright. We're just going to line them up ourselves because we are not getting a good one there. Alright, let's get everybody set up.
March! Stand and fight! Move out! Heavy cavalry! Move! Move!
Right?
Infantry!
Actually,
Units! Infantry! Units! Fire! Fire! Cohort! Cavalry! Rome's finest!
let's do it.
The enemy have brought up more men!
When defending, do not attack an enemy advancing towards you in good order. If their formation is not well ordered, take what opportunities arise.
We're going to hold back. Let them come to us. Balance is pretty even. As the first wave is going to march through the forest, our strategy is to hold the line as best we can. We're going to hold the line. Hopefully defeat the first wave. Oh, they might be doing something a little tricky now. The first wave appears to be veering off to the right. Meanwhile, the second wave approaches from the left. They may be trying to flank us. Wouldn't doubt it. First time that we've met the Western Roman Empire in open combat. A little surprised at this. They are definitely going to try to hit us from both sides. My only concern is that my lines are relatively thin. I have light cavalry lined up on this side. Alright. Deploy troops accordingly. Heavy cavalry on the left, so infantry backup will go to the right. See what they're up to. Appear to be hiding in the trees, waiting for their reinforcements. Well, now they're just starting to emerge from the tree line. Leading in with spearmen. First line is already broken. Back in place, quick. Hold the line. General, we need you to cover that center. They led with their general, we're going to lead with ours. Cavalry, get out of there. Alright, we're starting to break their front lines.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
We're running out of...
Gods be praised!
All right.
The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Where are my equities? Run down those archers. only got one unit left. Full-on route should be almost on. As you were, boys. This is a hunt.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
It's not the kind of victory I was looking for, but a victory all the same. Now we're just going to try to mop up as many of these guys as possible. We took out one of their generals. Mine is still on the field. Alright, let's speed this up. Ride him down. Who's left? Really? One guy? Go get him. 878 men deployed, 1392 killed. Killer of the day today is not the general, it actually belongs to our heavy cavalry at 270. Oh geez, even that guy kicked the bucket now. Rioting in Tarsus. We've got problems all over the Empire here. The new faction leader over there in Athens. Poseidon has completed highways, excellent.
Killer waiting for orders. His life will end.
Let's try the family member, 45% chance. Swing and a miss.
General! Imperator! March! General!
I'm gonna move you guys up to Antioch.
Move depleted,
Get retrained. Running out of public order, that's for sure. Atra under siege. They may just be trying to wait to starve us out.
Sir! Onward!
Romans are blockading our port. Means we need to send some reinforcements
Aye,
that way.
Captain. Ready to sail. Aye, Captain. Ready to sail. Aye, aye, Captain. No more moves, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Moves depleted, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. No more moves, sir.
Switch up some of our fleets. Want to get them angry with us. Oh, hello. How did you get here?
Orders. Onward. Orders. Forward. Imperator. Forward. No more moves, sir. Imperator. Build fort.
Want a few men to garrison that fort. Don't want any more Western Romans sneaking in through the southern border here. That's for sure. Alright, what else can we do here to help maintain order?
Imperator. Engage the enemy. Victory! Engage the enemy. Victory! Imperator. Prepare for battle. No more moves, sir. Imperator.
Alright, let's save our game here. Continue the march on the Sassinid Empire. Sassanids are bringing around reinforcements. We are the most advanced faction. More rioting in Tarsus. Spy found in Kotes. Looks like they are going to besiege us and take down the walls. Really, the Sassanids and the Western Roman Empire rebels are allies. Interesting. Quite interesting.
Fleet ready. Attack! Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain. Set sail!
Train some ships.
Ready to sail! Set sail! Assassin ready. He shall be removed.
Take out that family member. Thank you very kindly. We don't need any more units of immortals lurking.
Orders! Engage the enemy!
Seal this
Besieging
place
settlement,
off.
sir. Settlement under siege, sir!
No infantry units that we can hire.
Imperator! Forward! No more moves, sir. General! Onward! Out of move, sir! General! March! Build tower! Forward!
You are leaving your fort.
Oh, we're not going to abandon the fort. We're just going to put up the watchtower. Make sure that we see everything that comes around. And that fort on the road. Keep our Western Roman Empire rebel friends at bay. Alright, what can we do? Roads would be good there. So I need to recruit more troops and create more problems. Now more squalor. Baths in. We are going to be attacked by the Sassinid army. Got a lot of rams. This may not go well, to say the least. But you know what, we're going to try anyway. We defeated a largely superior force at Cotes earlier on the last show. Let's see if we can do it again here tonight.
And so it begins!
Units, await my orders!
Alright, they've got 4 rams. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Need to line up our defenses accordingly.
Yes, Imperator! Move! Commander! Yes, units!
You guys are ram 1.
Archers! Yes, Imperator! Commander! Yes,
You guys are ram 2, covering the gate.
Yes, Imperator! March! Yes!
You guys are ram 3.
Units! Form up!
You guys out here are going to be ram number 4.
Move out!
Now here's a trick. I've got 2 units that are going to be backup.
Commander!
I also want to make sure my archers are in good range.
Units! Archers! March! And fire! Archers! March! Fire! And fight!
Commander!
You guys are going to stand here.
Forward!
You guys are going to come down here.
Move out! Commander!
We are going to hope to hold this.
Infantry! Units! Fire at will! Units! Form up!
Alright. Alright, here we go. Not much hope that the walls are going to help us too much. There's a couple towers that may do some damage, but for the most part, we're going to have to hold these walls ourselves.
Commander!
Wow.
Units! Cease fire! Fire at will! As you were! Dark position.
Archers are firing.
Archers!
Your targets, boys. There's a lot of them out there.
Attacking us!
Benefit of having towers at the wall. They seem to be having some trouble with the ram. Just a little bit. Some Pila being thrown. Here the tower is firing. I don't know. These guys are certainly not engineers because they cannot figure out how to use a ram. They've got it the completely wrong way. But you know what? That's fine. Meanwhile, these guys have made significant progress against my wall. I have to hope that our men will be able to defend, because we're out of sticks to throw. Archers are continuing their job at picking them off as best we can. We've already bumped off 10% of their forces. We need to bump off a lot more if we're going to hope to win. Gate doesn't look like it's doing too good. Walls are down.
The walls. Now we must fight all the harder in our defense. Units! Units, move!
To the breach. To the breach. All right, first waves aren't doing too bad. Give them a little bit of encouragement, guys. Oh, they're making a good push over there.
Guards have frowned on us today. The enemy have broken through the walls.
All right, hold the line, boys. We're not done yet. We're gonna make another run at it.
Destroy them! Command!
What are we doing over here?
Look to the inner defenses. The walls have fallen to the enemy.
Not yet.
The guards have abandoned us.
Walls have not yet fallen. We're not done here. This fight is a long way from being over.
Unleash hell!
All right, they're breaking and routing. Regroup. They pushed us back. Push back harder.
Command!
They're going to regroup and recharge. Send them back to where they came from.
Yes! Attack quickly! Archers! Imperator! Attack quickly! Get units!
We're going to charge again with horsemen. Again, we're going to repel them back.
We're being attacked! Yes! Attack!
Alright, line up again.
Units! March! Units! 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 Move out! Units! Commander! Charge!
Need them back here in the middle.
Yes, Imperator!
Alright, just keep working them back and forth. We're not going to rout their whole army at once. We can use the walls to our advantage. We can hold this place. Alright, they're only really coming through the main gates here. Gate number 2. They're holding fast. Problem is, we're just about out of arrows. Means we're not going to be able to take out any more of their men. Cavalry raiders. We put up a stalwart defense.
Commander! Hurry!
And I think they're gonna pack it up and go home. Archers unleash their last couple volleys. We've lost 15%. They lost 53%. With their army in full retreat, the exception of this one unit of levy spearmen. I'm gonna try to make one last charge. Spears on spears. Let's get them, boys. Yeah, and they thought better of that. Comes a general this time. A captain, I should say.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
And that is the end of the Sassinid assault on Kotes. Speed this through and let them exit the field as our archers take the last couple pot shots that they can. And that'll do it. We have claimed victory. Well, we held it together. It wasn't pretty. As evidenced over here, there's a lot of carnage on both sides. But the important thing is we held. particularly where it mattered most, right here in the middle. Flanks got it a little rough, but other than that, successfully held the city.
The gods have favored.
798 kills. They've got over half of their army. We only lost 143. Killer of the day at 123, the archers. That is why archers are valuable to have in your army. Now we're going to be besieged. Actually, I'm sorry, not besieged. We are going to defend against an army of the Sassinids. We're going to sally forth and attack. My guess is there's going to be a bridge involved.
Victory is near at hand! If all do their duty as Unit! Await my orders! Archers.
Use your archers to pepper the enemy as they cross the bridge. Men make excellent targets when concentrated into a narrow area.
Units! Move out! Archers! Forward! Forward! Units!
All right.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Legionary cohort! Legionary cohort! Quickly!
At least one unit in the enemy army can swim and cross the river away from the crossing point. The enemy may try to surprise you by flanking the crossing point.
Alright, move the general up. They're going to attempt to swim the river? Okay. Now they thought better of that.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Many of the dead just started floating down the river. There they go. Take our spot on the edge of the bridge. All right. Bodies continue to flow downstream. Peaceful bridge crossing is about to become a slaughter.
Legionary! Forward! Units! Infantry! Units! Fire at will! Legionary! Move! Legionary! Legionary! Legionary cohort! Move out! General! Move out!
Archers should be able to hit as they walk across the bridge. You've got 3 units here, ready for the welcome party. Let them come across the bridge, and right into our waiting arms. Let's get the archers up on higher ground. Turn them around to face the enemy. Rotate. All right. Hold the line. We'll fire back. In case you were wondering, it looks like all the bodies washed up down there. Back to the action. These are all light infantry. Javelin. Alright. We may actually need to cross this river.
Units! Attack!
First wave across the bridge, please.
Legionary cohort! Legionary! Legionary cohort! Legionary cohort!
Alright, the battle on the bridge. Meanwhile, our boys rain javelins down on these swimming Sassinids. Balance on the bridge seems to be fairly even. They've got more men, but we've got higher quality. The Sassinids aren't doing too well in the water. Their men are turning back the other way. Oh wait, no, don't go into the water. Don't go into the water. Fight them on the shore. Hold the shores, but do not engage. The amount of dead bodies floating down the river is Quite a lot. Our boys need some help on the bridge. Let's give them some reinforcements. It's slow going on the bridge. Right now, it's about an even 50-50 split. We're not yielding any ground, and neither are they. More Sassinids attempting to ford the river. We are out of javelin to throw at them. Make sure they don't get across the bridge with their spearmen, and we should be fine. The archers continue to pelt them with arrows. Alright, don't let them on the shore. Yeah, make them rout. There we go. They don't want to come up on land anyway. Ooh, they're making a push. What is going on here? Hold the line, boys. Come on. Back on there. And these guys, well, they just died of exhaustion. Those are immortals. General, I don't need that guy dead anymore. I need you alive. Get in there, General. Called immortals for a reason. Take a long time to really just kill. Very strong force. Archers are out of ammo. I've got an idea. Let them cross. We got them down to 11. Now at 8, we got
The
him.
general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
Don't let them get away. Go get him, General. We don't want to let that guy live. Could be able to run them down. They're all very tired. Just make sure we don't lose our lines over here. Got him.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Run them down. Got any sprint left in you? Now's a good time to use it. I really don't know what they're doing over there. What they hope to achieve. It ain't gonna work.
The gods be
Alright,
praised!
there we go. Finally rounded
The
them up.
enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
Well, we took out 82% of them. And the bridge is lined with carnage. But I see a lot more blue than purple. Certainly a good sign.
Oh!
765 men deployed. We killed 905 of the enemy that were fielded. Today's killer of the day actually goes to the archers at 124 heads killed. Not too bad. Again, archers doing their job.
Victory!
No rest for the weary, though. We are continually besieged here at the bridge. We'll take up defensive positions again. I'd just like to know who cleaned up all the bodies from the last war.
Use your archers to
Last
pepper
battle.
the enemy as they...
Archers.
Legionaries! Units! Units! Forward!
Archers.
Forward!
Units
Units! Units! Move! Legionary cohort! Quickly! Legionary cohort! Legionary! Legionary cohort! Legionary!
The enemy have a lot of missile troops, so it may be best to defend by standing back from the bridge to stay out of range. When an enemy unit starts to cross, rush a couple of units up to the bridge to stop it.
Now we've got some missile troops of our own.
Units! Units! Guard position! Legionary cohort! Legionary! Legionary! March!
We'll pepper the enemy. They don't have any immortals. Good sign. We haven't given anyone the order to fire just quite yet. They are marching archers up, though. What kind of infantry do they have sitting over here? Archers, heavy infantry, spearmen. We may actually be better suited to cross and attack.
Units! Attack!
Looks like they're going to do the same.
Units! Units! Fire at will!
All right, Battle of the Bridge number 2.
Legionary cohort! Legionary cohort! Legionary! Legionary! Cohort! Legionary!
Archers, I want you to prioritize hitting their archers. Don't need my men getting killed by archer fire over there. Alright, same strategy. Let's see if we can just hold the bridge this time. They're making a much stronger push than before. They have much heavier troops. Pull back from the bridge. Let them come across the bridge. Let's get the general in there. Right. General, I need you alive, not dead. Fall off the bridge. There we go.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Now press the attack. Leadership is gone. Got one to rout, come on. General, I need you alive. Back out of there. I sense a rout. There we go. Alright, archers, time for you to get in some action. Run those guys down.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
The archers actually going to be able to track these guys down? No, they're going to leave without... Well, we did pretty good. Lost half of our army, took out 87 of theirs. Killer of the day, still at the second battle of the bridge, goes narrowly to the archers at 111 kills. Edged out the general by 2.
Victory!
Again, no rest for the wicked. We are attacked a third time at the bridge. These men are going to be grizzled veterans of fighting on bridges.
Victory!
Problem is, my army is significantly smaller than it was
Place
before.
your archers to the left of the bridge. They will then be able to shoot at the unshielded right flank of the enemy.
Hey, finally, advice that's decent. Our strategy this time, they've got immortals, and we simply don't have the heavy troops to deal with it. We are not going to defend at the bridge, but this time, instead, just behind it.
The enemy have a lot of missile troops, so it may be best to defend by standing back from the bridge to stay out of range. When an enemy unit starts to cross, rush a couple of units up to the bridge to stop it.
I want to invite them to march across the bridge. I don't have enough men to hold it. But I've got enough to flank their immortals should they try to charge. And that is going to be the secret to how we're going to try to win this one. Because they're going to charge with their immortals. Keep the general close by. Here they come, 25 of them. Flank them. I don't know why you're going to attack those spearmen. That's a terrible idea. Cohort, you need to cover the archers. With the immortals surrounded.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
General, I want that man dead. Go get him. General, I need you out of there. I didn't realize he had actually turned around to fight. Don't let those men up. The general's gonna get away, but ours is gonna stay alive. Ceasefire, archers. We don't need any more kills.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
In the third battle of the bridges, we are still successful.
Legionary cohort! General!
General gets in there and mixes things up. Hopefully those will be a few less archers we have to deal with in the future.
This is
We killed 97%. In fact, the only one who made it out is the general and a couple bodyguards. Killer of the day this time is not the archers. In the third battle of the bridge, it is the Imperial household bodyguard, the general, at 63 kills inflicted. Great defense. We've held the bridge now 3 times against the Sassinid army.
Victory!
Assassins are taking care of some rebels for us. How about that?
Victory! Settlement captured!
Exterminate the populace. Berbers. They like. Riding in Tarsus again. Hopefully we've got this under control now.
Who shall die this day?
85%.
His life
90%. I'll take the 85%. The whack. And down goes another Sassinid family member. Although my troops are woefully short of supplies. Fortunately also short on men. Resistance is futile. Made a handsome profit sacking that city. We need to improve public order in this place, stat. Church built. Ranks in Lombardy. Another one bites the dust. He's a superior assassin. And this gentleman here, a master of assassins. Meanwhile, back in the Roman mainland here, we've got the Goths have now appeared. Unfortunately, they are late to the party.
Your Honor. Watching and waiting.
Sassinid armies are getting a bit more scattered now.
Sir! Forward! No more moves, sir.
Continuing our march to Antioch.
Ready to sail! Attack!
Sink some Western Roman fleets.
Attack! Victory! Set sail! Out of move, sir! Ready to sail! Set sail! Attack! Victory! Out of move, sir!
Alright, let's build some stuff so we can keep people happy. Public order, unrest, tax penalty. You do something to keep folks happy. How about a hermitage? That can make everyone feel a little bit better.
Fleet ready!
Got some very large buildings that we could build. We'll build a curia. Very, very large. Very, very expensive. Make sure there isn't anything that we need to upgrade first. Add that Imperial Palace to Thessalonica with our bounty of sacking cities. And we've already spent all the money we just took. I think we have time for one more battle tonight. And that will be the siege for Ravenna.
Orders, engage the enemy!
Gates are going to be open. Let's take them out. They may have superior men, but we've got the numbers. Great empires are not maintained by timidity.
If you can smell something right, that's your foes. They're scared, and it shows. But it's not a very dignified way to spend a night before a battle, is it? Still, that's what fear does to weaklings. Yes! Await my orders!
Siege agreed.
Units! Units! March! Units!
Rams are going to be unnecessary.
Drop equipment!
In fact, I don't anticipate much of a fight on the walls. However, we're going to deploy just as if we were going to expect a fight. We just might get one.
Legionary cohort! Forward! Legionaries! Move! Legionary cohort! Legionaries! Fire left! Infantry! Units! Fire at will! Fire! Units! Guard position! Finest! Legionaries! Units!
Alright.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Yeah, not expecting too much in terms of defense at the wall.
Cohort! Leave the tower! Fire left!
I'm gonna send 2 towers up there and hopefully take the walls. And then also have a couple of those men skirt around and take some towers so we can get a direct line of sight into the town center. Doesn't look like there's anybody up there, but you never know.
This is a step on the path to victory. The towers are at the walls.
Taking heavy damage there. That siege tower is gonna survive long enough.
Fire! Hurry!
Get up there before they knock the thing down with all of you on it.
Our
Gateway
soldiers
is
have captured
ours.
the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
What's the best and most direct route to the city center? Like the path goes down here, straight on into Main Street.
Legionary cohort!
Have you guys take that side? Let's get everybody else inside the city. Now they're going to be bringing reinforcements, but they're deploying from the opposite side. A lot of casualties. Those towers hurt. Snow slowly begins to fall. It's a little chilly. Their reinforcements have arrived, but I'm not too concerned. gathered their defenses, and I've gathered my offensive forces. We're gonna go do this. Archers, get in position. Cavalry as well. They're gonna send the peasants out first, but I don't think it's gonna matter much. Take out those peasants. Get them running, cavalry. All right. All right, cavalry, good job. Got them nice and distracted.
Heavy cavalry! Charge!
Great gods be
Enemy
praised.
commander down.
The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
Well, they got him
Gods
down.
be praised. The enemy general is dead. His men know that this is a heroic victory worthy of Roman arms.
Good victory. Who's left? There we go. 632 men deployed, 179 men killed. Today's killer of the day is infantry at 38. Not too bad. Lead untrained people to war is to throw them away. Confucius.
Victory! This land is Roman!
Resistance is futile. Use this opportunity to retrain some of our troops. Look at these guys. Equites Cataphractory. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need. $12 and $29 versus $10 and $27. Not too bad. Imperial Household Bodyguard. That's a general unit. Finna is in our control. And we've got some spending money to pocket.
Your Honor. On my way.
Spy is going to continue to follow the Goths. I think that is where we are going to end our story for this evening. Got Cotes in good shape up here. We'll retrain all those troops that fought so valiantly. Repair our wall. Perhaps even put in a stable. And not increase taxes. Not quite yet. All right.
Sir!
We're in good shape. We've got a couple new settlements to play around with. A new one identified down here that we will need to take forcibly, considering that there's a faction leader there, and that means a lot of immortals. We're going to need a big army to take that one down. All right. We're going to save our game here and call it a night. Thank you so much for watching here, our 9th installment of Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. Definitely we'll get this high-resolution quality video up on YouTube as soon as possible. Thanks for joining me live, and if you're watching on the replay, thanks for watching. We will see you next stream. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Hey, this is Kevin from Breeb64 Gaming. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you'd like to see more fun videos like the one you just watched, click over here. And if you want to get alerts for when new videos are available, you can subscribe to my channel right over here. Thank you for subscribing, and we will see you next stream.